We got to talk about this. I didn't even know this was a thing, let alone that 10% of the men actually experience this. And it's just as real as it is for men as it is for women. So let's talk about this. Now, postpartum depression amongst males actually refers to the emotional and psychological challenges that new fathers face whenever they see the birth of their child. And although the postpartum depression is commonly associated with mothers, it can affect 10% of fathers out there. And this is something that most men don't even know about, let alone understand what they're going through. They don't even know that they can actually suffer from postpartum depression. So we want to talk about the actual symptoms and how you could tell if you're suffering from male postpartum depression. So let's follow me. Depression and sadness, persistent feelings of sadness, hopelessness, and emptiness, like there's nobody there for you. Like you got around all of these people, but yet you're still by yourself. Anxiety, you're constantly worried about the baby's health, how you're going to take care of the baby, and how you're going to make the money to even take care of the baby. So you're thinking about all of these things and how you can fail, and it'll put you in a deep depression. You get increasingly irritable and quick to anger because you're already bogging yourself down with all these worries of anxiety, and you can't take any more weight, even if it is just a feather that your significant other or a family member or friend lightly places on you, not thinking that it's any harm to you, but it is. Now, feeling disconnected from everybody, whether it be the baby, your wife, your baby's mother, or the rest of your family, that's normal whenever you're suffering from male postpartum depression. It is one of the symptoms to definitely be looking for. Like, you know that these people have your back, you know that they're your family and they love you, but for some reason you don't feel connected to them. It's more than likely because you've been suffering from male postpartum depression. Now, physically, you can suffer from things such as fatigue, changes in appetite. You may not even sleep good at night. These are how you could tell the physical symptoms of male postpartum depression. So if you couple that with the mental part of the depression, you have anxiety and you can't get any sleep. That can wear on the body, it can wear on the mind, and eventually it can wear on the heart. So we definitely want to keep a lookout for those as well. Now, you also need to be aware of your behavior. Are you avoiding people like that you normally hang out with? When you see them in the grocery store, you don't even want to make eye contact. Substance abuse. Are you drinking more? Did you pick up a habit that you normally wouldn't utilize? You know, a lot of people use this time, especially men, fathers, to pick up smoking. And work, are you concentrating at work, or is your mind wandering off? Or opposite, do you rather be at work more than you rather be home? These are behaviors that you want to pay attention to in order to be able to identify male postpartum depression. Now, I know we talked about the physical implications and the physical symptoms, but do you even know why these things happen? Well, upon research, I found out that doctors have noticed that men who suffer from male postpartum depression have a drop in the testosterone level. We know that that's the hormone that makes us feel like men, right? So that's something. If you think you're suffering from male postpartum depression, ask your doctor to check your hormone levels. Now, psychologically, you want to check how your relationships with your family and friends are, as well as finding out if you're adjusting to fatherhood in a way that is normal, or if you're having a hard time with it. And trust me, fatherhood is very overwhelming. So if you are having some issues with it, don't feel like you're less of a man. Just feel like you need to reach out for some help. Now, you're going to have to share in those nightly duties of taking care of the baby. But at the same time, you have to make sure you're getting enough sleep. So if you're not getting enough sleep, you're going to have to work with your significant other and your family and friends to find a way to be able to manage this so that you can get enough sleep. This way, you're not moved to anger very quickly. Also, suffering from unrealistic expectations can put a damper on you too. Family and friends sometimes don't understand how you're being overwhelmed with fatherhood, so they expect you to be Superman without even putting on a cape. Very understandable how that can be very frustrating, very irritating, and it will make you tired of being around them, or irritable to the point where you're snapping at them. So since I'm not a medical professional, I'm not a mental professional, anything like that. Like I said, I found this out and I did some research on it because it was very interesting to me, and I just wanted to get this information to you. But since I am not a medical doctor, I suggest getting some professional help. Talk to somebody. And no, it cannot be your wife, it cannot be your child's mother, because they're more than likely suffering from postpartum depression themselves. And you putting more weight on them, it just bogging them down. Then they get irritated, it comes back on you. This is, you see where I'm going with this? So get some professional help. It's okay, man. We need professional help, just like we would ask for help when we at work carrying that 198-pound steel rebar that's 12 feet freaking feet long. You're gonna need help with that, right? You ain't gonna hesitate. Ask for some professional help. Also, build you a support system. Get you some family and friends that you can at least go and have a good time with, and maybe even talk to every now and again about what you're going to. Because the more that they know what you're going to, the more that they can help you, and you can get some of this off your chest at the same time. Find some support groups outside of the home with the local community, with your church, whether it be a synagogue, whether it be a temple, whether it be a mosque, or whether it be a church. There's more than likely some kind of a support group that you could join that will actually help you out. Sometimes family and friends aren't going to be always be there, but you can plug in those holes with other resources. Pretty much all I'm saying is that this is a real thing, and it doesn't take you to be less of a man in order to suffer from this. If you are suffering from this, my heart goes out to you, because I know how hard and how frustrating fatherhood can be. I've been doing this for 14 years, so I get it. And my heart goes out to you, but just know that there are resources out there for you, and you can actually be able to beat back this depression. You don't have to suffer through it for the rest of your life. And your life doesn't have to be short because you didn't want to suffer through it. You can get through it, and you can still have a long, happy life with your family. And you can enjoy those years with your newborn, your infant, and your toddler. Just trust me, it's worth it, man. It's all worth it.